Hello mga kabayan, kumusta po? I hope all is well. I'm currently here in one of the 3-star hotel in Quezon City. It is a quarantine facility provided by OWA. It has free food and free of charge. I decided to have a vacation in the Philippines kasi na-realize ko COVID will not go away. It will stay here for a longer time. And nakita naman natin na instead of decreasing, the number of cases are still increasing despite of the availability of vaccine. So, ayun, I took the courage to travel from Abu Dhabi to the Philippines. And in this video, I will share to you kung ano yung mga steps na ginawa ko and ano yung na-experience ko. Let's start! First and foremost po, you always have to check your emails. Kasi based on my experience, 2 days before the departure, I received an email from Etihad Airways that contains important information about my upcoming flight to Manila. Nakalagay po dito yung mga countries na restricted by the government of the Philippines. And you are allowed to travel to the Philippines provided that you will undergo a 14-day mandatory quarantine. Another important thing about this email is that you are required to complete the case investigation form from Red Cross. So, meron pa akong tutorial niyan. I will put the link on the description box for further details and download the trace app to register your details. Kung mag-travel po kayo sa Manila, mandatory po na magkaroon ng COVID test and kailangan niyo pong ipaprint yan with the stamp of the hospital 96 hours before your flight. Children under 12 and people with severe and moderate disabilities are exempted from COVID-19 PCR testing. However, kung nag-travel po kayo papuntang Davao, you must have a COVID-19 PCR test certificate taken a maximum of 72 hours before your flight departure. Pagdating po sa Manila, you will undergo another COVID-19 PCR test and to quarantine at their own expense if you are a tourist, with the exception of overseas Filipino workers and returning overseas Filipinos who will be accommodated at government-approved facilities. So kapag OFW po or returning overseas Filipinos, OWA na po ang mag-shoulder ng inyong hotel and accommodation for quarantine. All guests transiting through the restricted 21 countries do not need to complete the 14-day facility-based quarantine and will be allowed to complete a 14-day home-based quarantine if they receive a negative PCR test result, which will be taken on arrival. Ayan. So we look forward to welcoming you on board. Kind regards, Etihad Airways. So, andito na po ako sa Etihad Airways and ang kinaganda dito is that there's one seat apart. So, wala pa akong katabi. And they also gave us a wellness kit which includes kumot, unan, that is sanitized, and meron siyang headset na disposable. And yung traveling kit naman contains sanitizer, mask, and gloves.
Ladies and gentlemen, if emergency oxygen is required in flight, remove your mask before putting the oxygen mask on.
This is always our priority. We recommend that you clean your hands regularly during your trip and wear a mask at all times while on board.
All ground staff stationed by the aircraft is bound to Manila. Thank you.
You'll find everything you need in your wellness kit, including a hand sanitizer, mask and gloves. We recommend that you clean your hands using hand sanitizer before you eat. Please keep your mask on whilst your meal is being served, and remember to put your mask back on when you've finished your meal and keep it on for the rest of your journey. If your mask becomes dirty or damaged, you should dispose of it in the waste bag. You'll find a spare mask in your wellness kit. If you need to use the washroom, please wait until you see the green vacant sign. Don't forget to wash your hands thoroughly before you leave the lavatory. To maintain social distancing on board and keep everyone protected, we ask you to remain in your seat as much as possible. You can chat to your travel companions using the seat-to-seat messaging feature on eBox. If you feel unwell, please speak to our wellness ambassador or any member of our cabin crew straight away. They may help you move to a designated area of the cabin away from other guests. When we land, we'll ask you to leave the aircraft one row at a time to help maintain social distancing and avoid queues. Remember, our wellness ambassadors are available to help at every step of your trip.
Cabin crew, those are questions.
To your questions, share advice, and make sure you're up to date with the latest regulations and guidelines for when you arrive at your destination. Thank you for helping to keep everyone protected. We hope you have a great journey.
So, umalis po ako ng Abu Dhabi at around 01:50 AM and ang daming kung nakilala mga kabayan from Saudi, from Jordan, meron ding from Oman na nag-transit sa Abu Dhabi. Then, nakarating kami sa Pilipinas at around 02:10 PM Pinas time. Mahaba yung biyahe but they gave us food. And before kaming bumaba sa eroplano, nagkaroon ng anunsyo ng mahalagang information kung ano yung gagawin.
Sa loob ng eroplano, ang ating po kompletong address, pakilagay din po yung barangay name kasi wala po diyang space for barangay name. Pwede po natin gamitin yung space ng name of hotel para doon isulat yung barangay name. And then atin pong street name, city or municipality and province. Isulat din po natin ang Philippine mobile number. Kung wala po tayong personal number dito sa Pinas, pwede pong gamitin ng number po ng ating mga kamag-anak. Or kung wala po tayong kamag-anak, personal email address po ang ating isulat. Huwag din po kalimutan sa bansa tayo nanggaling or nagtrabaho for the past 14 days. Gamitin po natin ng mga underline space sa baba ng card. 4 na line po yon, pwede po natin isulat doon. And then checkan po yung yes or no. Sa baba din po ng mga underline na yon kung nagkasakit po tayo for the past 30 days. And then pirmahan po. Kung ikaw po ay seaman or sea-based OFW, letter S po ang isulat. Sa taas po, bandang kanan ang ating yellow card. At sa likod po, pangalan ng barko at pangalan ng agency. Sa land-based OFW naman po, letter L ang isulat. At sa mga tourist, returning resident as non-OFW, letter N naman po ang isulat sa kanang bahagi po bandang itaas ng yellow card. Pagkabigay po ng yellow card, yung mga may face shield, eyeglasses, or salamin, at anuman pong takip sa ulo tulad po ng sombrero, jacket, hood, or bonnet, tanggalin lamang po saglit para po sa pag-scan ng body temperature. At habang nakapila, sundan po natin yung mga yellow floor markings or yellow sticker at i-practice po natin ng physical distancing. Lahat po ng pasahero na nanggaling sa 21 red flag countries ay mag-undergo ng mandatory 14-day home quarantine. Muli po, isang magandang hapon at maraming salamat.
Nandito na kami sa Philippines after 9 hours of travel. Hello po! Ano po pangalan niya, ate?
Jasmine.
Danica. Thank you, Lord.
So, sa aeroplano pa lang po, papasagutin na po kayo ng health declaration card, tinatawag din po na yellow form, yung Bureau of Immigration form, and yung ECIF form. So, dapat po, before the travel, nagkaroon na kayo ng ECIF barcode para mabilis na lang yung pag-swab sa inyo. Pagkatapos po ng swab test, pupunta po kayo sa immigration. Then after that, susunduin po kayo ng OWA, may free food naman doon, and lalabas kayo sa gate 5, may bus papuntang facility kung saan po kayo magka-quarantine until lalabas yung COVID test result. Sa isang 3-star hotel sa Quezon City. It is in the heart of the city near SM North and Trinoma. It has a single toilet and meron siyang malaking salamin doon, then TV, may maliit na table, may maliit na bintana, merong double bed, okay, then may saksakan, and may aircon. So I will stay here until the result of my PCR test will arrive. So ayun nga po yung experience ko sa travel. And I know na nakaka-overwhelm, pero mabilis lang po. Ito lang po yung dapat tandaan nyo. Dapat may COVID test kayo, may face shield and mask, and nakapag-register po kayo sa Red Cross ECIF and meron kayong QR code. Kahit hindi mo nyo na i-print out yun, basta naka-screenshot para mabilis lang yung pag-process ng swab nyo dun sa pagbaba nyo ng eroplano. Then, sa quarantine facility naman, meron sila mga house rules. Ito, babasahin ko. So, bawal po kaming lumabas ng mga kwarto. Then, meron tong free food from OWA. Agahan 8 a.m., tanghalian 12 noon, and hapunan at 6 p.m. Meron din po silang pabili service, so nakalagay po ito yung mga presyo. Kung gusto niyo pong bumili, they will do it in behalf of you since bawal nga pong lumabas ng quarantine facility. Then, meron din silang collection ng mga basura, which is sa umaga 9 to 10 a.m., then sa gabi 7 to 8 p.m. Hindi ganun kabongga yung room, but masasabi ko naman na malinis. And I'm so thankful sa OWA kasi ramdam ko naman na hindi naman nila kami pinabayaan. Then, meron din ditong link ng website ng Red Cross kung saan nyo pwedeng matrack yung result ng COVID PCR test. So, basically, yun po ang experience ko sa pag-uwi and hoping na mag-enjoy ako dito sa aking vacation. Thank you very much for watching po and thank you very much for the support. Bye!